Earlier you saw how to move information from the area labels such as lot numbers and acreages into a nice organized area table. In this video, you'll see how the tag labels you created in the previous video are used to do the same thing for curve data. Now I mentioned in the previous video that creating tags could be done automatically through the process of creating a table. So I want to show you that first, and then we'll do it kind of the original way, which is manual. So I'm going to launch the add tables, parcel, and then add segment. And by the way, a line table is strictly lines, a curve table is strictly curves, but a segment is a combination of lines and or curves. So I typically like to use the segment table since it includes everything. So I'll launch the tool, and I'm going to use the pick button to just manually select some labels here in the drawing, and I'll pick a couple of curve labels and a couple of line labels. Now none of these are tag style labels, so when I press enter I get this intermediate dialog box that says, by the way, some of the labels you selected are not in tag mode. What do you want to do? And I can convert them, or I can ignore any that aren't in tag mode. If I pick convert, Civil 3D is automatically going to create a tag style if it doesn't exist and convert those labels to a tag style. So you can see the tag labels that have come in here and the line tags as well. And if I go to my table, we can see the curves and the lines listed here in the table. The problem with that is you don't have a whole lot of control over the result or what happens after the table is created. So I'm going to undo that and instead use the tags that we created earlier so that I have a very controlled approach to this table. So what I'll do is I'll launch the same command, parcel, add segment, but this time I'm going to do it by style. So I'll scroll down to my tag style, which is here. I don't have one for lines. I just did curves so far, but I could do the same thing for line labels. And I'm going to scroll over and check the box next to apply, and I'll change this to add existing and new, which means any new tag labels that match this style that I create, they're going to automatically be added to the table. That sounds like something I'd want to be able to do. So let's go ahead and set it up that way. I'll click OK, and I'll go ahead and create the table. And here you can see my C1 through C5 tag labels are all listed here. Now if I add a label, if I decide to come down here and convert this to a tag label, all I have to do is go to Label Properties and change the style to the tag version. Now I have C6, and then I select the table and select Update Content. And just like that, C6 is added. So I can create my table first and then proceed to create and renumber all my tags. Or if I decide to create the table at the very end of the project, but then I realize I need to adjust a few things, I don't have to worry about going back in and manually editing the table to get everything just right. So as you've seen, once your tags are in place, adding segment tables is easy to do. And of course, the tables are dynamic, as you saw, so you can rest easy that changes in your drawing are being reflected in your tables.